Hello and welcome to the Quick Take series. Quick Takes are brief, informal commentary by sustainable and inclusive digital financial service experts on topical events and issues within the financial inclusion ecosystem. Enjoy.
So I think that we need to be strategic and intentional about a lot of these things. We need to think about how do we begin to build the vocational sector and build in practices around plumbing, electrical, and doing this at scale again, because we can have a few vocational centers around the country. But if you think about there's unemployment across the nation, there's unemployment in every local government area. So how do we scale this up across the nation? First of all, we also need to use technological opportunities to build capacity. And when I say technological opportunities, technology gives us the ability to reach more people. So how do we create better content that can enable we skill our people, upskill them, reskill them, and change their way of thinking? How do we use new technologies like augmented reality or virtual reality to help people in the engineering and sciences not just read it in a book, but actually see it and experience it as well, because that shortens the learning curve. So when you think about even our whole education system, right? How do we get people to think critically and use tools better? And I'll give you an example. In the COVID days, for example, we've seen the increase in the logistics, especially delivery logistics. But then again, a lot of them they don't know how to use maps. So a lot of the time they're making more phone calls to get to their locations rather than being able to utilize the technology at their disposal. So what I'm trying to say is that while we want to create employment, we also need to be creating employment for the fourth industrial revolution and the new world order that we're living in now. We need to be creating knowledge workers, digital beings that can use technology, use devices. We need to help micro enterprises also support and automate some parts of their businesses. We need to think about how do we build micro enterprises that can strive, rather than not just the subsistence ones. So how do we identify some of the high impact enterprises, put them into the system, provide them the support services? And when I say support services, it's not just finance. Some of them don't even have proper business practices. So how do we give them that business enablement to help them do better and thrive? Then finally, I think that we need to look at things holistically again. So when I'm thinking about some of the schemes that we have, rather than just focusing on access to finance, I can give a farmer input or give him access to productivity tools and things like that. However, if I don't give him access to markets, I haven't solved his problem. Mm-hmm. So we need to, again, just have a global view of the value chains we're trying to solve for, have a view of the sectors we're trying to solve for, what are the nuances in those sectors, and then how do we ease information flows, financial flows, and then some of the physical flows we can't get rid of because they still need to move physically, but then we can work better using digital solutions as well.
Don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe for more insightful content.